We good? Okay. Morning, afternoon, evening, folks. Whatever time zone you find yourself in, my name is Gluefoot. Continuing with more Shadowbringers. I actually never got this far in the intro music. It's so beautiful. Everything about this is beautiful. This is my favorite thing. I love everything about this. Okay, we're not going that far. The trailer's good, but I kind of want to get into it, since I'm kind of like running short today anyway. When last we left our heroes, we vanquished Titania, the Light Warden, and instituted our friend as the Monarch of the Fae. Let's turn my volume down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that was high. We had a little conversation with Emmett Selk, who revealed himself as the first emperor of the founder of the Garlean Empire, rather. And weren't quite sure what to do next. Oh. Ah, okay. Cannot be retrieved once used. Can be used up to 10 times. What? Do I need this for a quest? Where's the Fisher quest? Navigator's daggers, so no. I can absolutely discard that. The Minson Anchovy. Whirlpool Gobi. Get rid of that. Red coral I do think I still need for some stuff. So I won't get rid of that just yet. Dark chestnut. Not sure I need that. Anyway, lemons. Get that XP bonus. I have some green tea today. I've been drinking more tea rather than coffee, just because it's easier. I know better how to, like, ice it. Hey, Mist. Welcome in. I don't remember adding that emote. That's funny, though. Pinty Xenos. Wait, did Pint... Is that one of Pint's emotes, then?
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Welcome in. Thank you for attending. Hell yeah, we love Pint. She's dope. It's the boy. His makeup's actually kind of fire, though.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
See, this is funny because we took a week break. A 2-week break, actually.
I have no intention of meddling with your
calm down.
mission. I come only to observe.
Think about 20% offer over there, squirrely Mist.
Your exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
I mean, you can get creative with someone who is able to poof in and out of existence.
So petty.
Just saying.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters. Put each and every Light Warden to the sword. Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies.
See, again, this is... I don't trust him.
Allies
It makes
worthy
me
of bearing the
second-guess
burden of
my...
truth.
like, our mission.
Surely such a
I
partnership
think
would be
he's
preferable
pivoting
to yet
into
another
plummeting
round
the
of
first into
fisticuffs.
darkness. No, I'd actually prefer the other round of fisticuffs. That's why I'm here.
Thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was.
Let no
Though I
man.
suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy.
He's actually got a point there, fuck. I hate to admit it, but he's got a point.
For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Oh, I love that. I like how he actually looks old there. Like a little bit of a hunch. As well as the Dutch angle on the camera.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips.
Second, like,
Unless you
out of
think
any
there is some
media.
truth in
Second
what he
favorite
says.
character ever out of any media. Is the first, like, Handsome Jack or something. In 14, okay. I'm gonna guess your first one is some... Is your first one a spoiler, or is it just Hildebrand? Alright. I actually do think there's a truth of Colonel, as much as I hate to admit it. Like, I can't be here in this Dark Knight armor and not be questioning... and, like, not be questioning my actions. Spoiler? Okay. So what you're saying is that there's someone better than Emmett Selk, which is, like, actually... That's actually amazing. Because that gives me even more to look forward to. Oh, not better, just more favorite. For you personally. Yeah. I'm thinking about, like, favorite villain. Like, he absolutely, like, stands toe-to-toe with Handsome Jack for me. I think, like, Handsome Jack for me is only a better villain merely because I've spent more time playing Borderlands 2. Also, he was great in Tales from the Borderlands, the, like, Telltale adventure game. That Handsome Jack was great in that as well, actually. I wish that the second one had been better. The second of those adventure games had been better. And they missed the mark with the Calypso twins. Like, I don't know what they were cooking. I don't know what they thought they were cooking.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
That's actually a really good point.
It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
So, I actually liked
Then
the
let us
twins the
discuss
most
the
in the game.
Sin-Eaters.
I'll get into that in a second, though.
I would begin by thanking
exposition
you all
dump
for your
time.
efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
Hell yeah.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amarang, and Raktika remain.
I want to go to Raktika. Mostly because I like the name.
And their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take our meringue in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
Yeah.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Okay, so we're just kind of like going
Then I would
back
ask that
to
you
where
journey
we
to
were.
Raktika.
Hell yeah.
There you will find Y'shtola.
Hell
With her
yeah.
assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
Oh no, she's got beef.
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry.
Oh.
He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Yeah, that seems alright.
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
There's a testament meme that I feel like applies to Urianger, where it's like showing Testament's Exer design, and it's like me when I was sad, and then Testament's Strive design, it's like me when I'm happy, and I feel like that's Urianger, like ARR, me when I'm sad. I'm trying to like find the meme though. Like, he actually fucking slays in this outfit. What the fuck? Like, give a man glasses, and he'll like be dripped for a day. Give a man arm cuffs. Teach a man to wear arm cuffs, and he'll be dripped out for life. Anyway, the twins being more hollow, I feel like the most depth that the twins ever reached, and sort of like what gave me a like shadow on the cave wall of what they could have been, was the boss fight with the male twin. Forget his name. That's the sad thing about them, is that they're so fucking forgettable. It was the fight with the male twin, because he's literally like leeching off his sister and like nearly like killing her. Also, the boss fight itself was also just really fun. It was like this bullet hell kind of thing. And especially with all like the new movement you had, which wasn't like revolutionary for shooters, but it was like new to Borderlands. With all the movement you had available in 2 with like the sliding, well, really just the sliding. like the bullet hell was fun, right? But it's like also this great like story and character moment, because he's feeling powerful and like, and he's like getting to like be this powerful siren and sort of like fulfilling what he sees as his potential, but he's doing it at the cost of his like only loved one. And I thought that they were like gonna pull a twist where suddenly it's like, oh, he kills her and now he's the main villain, but then you kill him and they're just gone. Like she like fucks off to a different planet, and like he's dead, and it goes back to being like annoying Cult of the Vault bullshit. And it's like, I think it actually would have been like Galaxy Brain to make it so the whole like annoying streamer bit was for the first like 3 missions, and then it gets into this like deeper like family dynamic, and like using the cycles of the sirens to talk about like cycles of violence and how that is avoided. And it also would have like, having that be like a larger theme, I think would have also made the whole like Maya thing more palatable. Like, I think a lot of the handling of it is just like sort of lore dumps for the sake of Deus Ex Machina, in terms of like siren reincarnation and stuff, and it's just like not, I don't know, doesn't land. But like having, like putting the siren lore as like more central, and like, for example, having the twins handle the reveal of like how like sirens kind of like know that their powers are being passed on. That could also like, you could also use that to create tension, where it's like the female twin, she like knows that her powers are gonna pass on to her brother because of like the leech stuff, and that he's sort of like a black hole of like sirens, and that he has to like either A, willingly give up his powers, or B, like, so, like he has to willingly give up his powers in order for them to continue on in the universe, because if he dies with them, then they like fall, and then it's like the whole universe is subjected into chaos because of the imbalance of having 5 sirens as opposed to 6. Something like that. I don't know. I'm spitballing. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There's a church, or rather the ruins of a church at Fort Job. Might I ask you go there before seeking out your Stola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove useful to your Stola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. Most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, that we might secure this relic. Also, a few things about Urianger. So one, his voice actor, I think, is the voice of, like, God in the Talos Principle. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this a number of times. But it's just, like, interesting. Second is that I found this artist who draws, or, like, makes, like, I don't know if it's actually self-insert fanfic. I'm gonna call it self-insert, but it's like OC shipped with Rolk, the disciple from Destiny, but then also ships that same OC with Urianger, and it's really funny. It's really funny just to see someone thirst after Rolk. That's it. That's the tweet. I need to figure out how to teleport. But, like, I didn't get the Urianger thirst. Hell of a poll, yeah. I mean, it was off of a retweet from another artist I follow. Was it? I actually forget how I found them. Never mind. But either way, now that I've found them, I'm like, hell yeah. But I didn't really get the Urianger thirst at first, but then again, I also didn't really, like, how to put this? I like Y'shtola. She's a good character. Do I thirst after any of the Scions? Not really. I kind of got the Thancred thirst. I think that one is maybe the, like, least foreign to me as a concept. Northrend, that's where we are. Wait, no, do not. Do not use an Aetherite ticket. What am I doing? Honestly, I might use the Aetherite tickets just to get them out of my inventory. But like, I didn't really get the Urianger thirst until I saw him for a few missions in here, and he's like slinging cards and shit, and he has this awesome new outfit, and it's like, oh, I kind of get it now. I kind of get it. I guess like in ARR, like maybe Minfilia was like the one I would have thirsted after, but even then it's kind of like, I don't know, she's in a position where it's like, it doesn't really feel like she's actually going to be sticking around for long, and boy howdy was I right. Oh, that, I did not mix that green tea well. I've been putting honey in it, just because I like ice it and kind of like, oh, it is absolutely legendary. Like, look, Thancred got, all of the Scions got, like, a glow-up of some kind, right? Thancred's is really good, and he definitely gets style points for the whole Gunbreaker thing. But, like, he was already pretty cool beforehand, right? It's just, like, Ninja's kind of, like, past the... It's jumped... Ninja itself has, like, jumped the shark so many times, just in concept. You know, dual blades, reverse grip, that whole nonsense. Having just, like, academic Shakespearean doing tarot, like, that's not something you see often. Let me open a window real quick. But yeah, I think that's, like, a part of it, right? Is that Urianger's archetype is just, like, not seen that much. And I think that is a large part of it. He's also, like, not very emotive, which I think is why maybe some people, like, are. He is, like, more appealing to some people. Some of it may just be the acting. Like, it's very difficult to give the kind of emotion that, like, Thancred and Minfilia give when you have, just a literal, like, different style of writing that you are trying to execute. Like, we have anime, and then we have Shakespeare, right? Not saying about the quality, I'm, like, one is, like, more intrinsically valuable than the other, but just literally in terms of, like, tone. Just very different. Here, amidst these ruins, we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. And I'm even, like, trying to read his lines in iambic pentameter, because it feels like that's, again, how they were written. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites serve not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath been shade, and 'twas the dark they sought solace. Most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Yeah. I've been trying to resolder my controller. Oh, that reminds me, actually, one moment. I need to add some stuff to my Amazon shopping list. I try not to order from them too much. Or really at all, if I can avoid it. But there are things where it's like... where it is just kind of like frankly, easier. Especially, like, it's a sad thing because I am definitely giving into a larger problem where it's like, oh, brick and mortar is going out of business, so I, like, need to buy online. And it's like, my brother in Christ, the, Amazon drove the brick and mortar out of business. That seems pretty good. Mostly want something with a good blade. I do have someone who is able to... I have someone around me, and it's the person who I just, honestly, just pay to get my knife sharpened at this point. Because I don't... Like, sharpening knives is fun and meditative, but it also, like, just requires a lot of equipment. And I'm just... it's like, if I can have someone... Especially because also at this point I need to, like, be getting my parents' knife sharpened, since I'm at my parents' house. I'm, like, just... Honestly, I'm not bothering to sharpen my own knives if I'm getting just, like, a bunch of stuff. I need to see, because I have delivered to... And I don't think he's recognized me. But, I have delivered pizza to this guy's house, because this dude just runs his knife sharpening business out of his garage. It's actually, like, kind of awesome. But he has, like, all the, like, tools in there and stuff. I've delivered pizza to him a couple times. If I get back there, I'd be like, hey, I need my knife sharpened. If you don't... I'll be fine with you not giving me a tip if you give me, like, a 10% discount on, like, a $200 order of knives. Like... That seems pretty good to me. You know? Like he's actually, like, not really losing anything because he's getting guaranteed business. And I was like, bro, this is bargaining. This is what bargaining is. We're going... We can skip the money. We can skip the middleman. We're back to bartering days, baby. Fuck the currency. This place is really pretty. Anyway. Aye. This is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the whole from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places to worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, it was beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Oft and many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Yeshtola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed and their past. It is why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Wait, really? You're only gonna let me look at this narrow angle? This is, like, not enough, and I don't even have enough lighting to be working here. Ooh, There we go. You have located the time-worn tablet. Du-du-du-du-du. I should get a soundboard going. Within the altar, thou sayest? Surprised none of them looked there first. Not escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious. These engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for the journey unto the woods. Blue Spirit. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they make the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Knights Blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases, masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Ah, okay. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. Little, Heaven's Ward nod. Those graves are surprisingly well maintained for a chapel that is so old, frankly. Oh yeah, that was like the endgame planet in Borderlands 3, right? Necrotafeo. Well, also, I should see what the Borderlands activities for the week are. Do I care that I am interrupting what I'm currently doing for it? Not really. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course. Right this way. Cutscene.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Okay, I dig it.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
But that would be intervening.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
So he's weak.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
You expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Very well, I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Hold on then, what do you wish to know? I choose this form here in the first. Well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel on which Nassians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as fits the occasion. Or not, if we so choose. Be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So, after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though, as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habre, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. Does plain our Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead? Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner. And so long as the light warden remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps. The fort gone. Slither bow. Okay, interesting. A tomato. Okay, it really is just an evil tomato plant. And it's wrecked.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Who is this?
Now, surround them!
Ah.
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
Do they just think anyone from out of town is seeing you?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Oh god. Echo time? Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Worth it. Also, they heard that comment, thank God.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade.
He's like, nah, I'm out.
Good luck.
Really? No reaction?
Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Oh, jeez. Y'shtola, hi.
Enough. Runar, report.
Master Matoya!
Oh, that's a cool outfit.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but... Are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
Oh, are you kidding me?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Yeah, because you can only sense ether. You can't literally see.
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
I'm offended.
There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
I'm offended that you don't recognize me.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Do you not see, like, shapes in the ether? It's been too long, clearly. I mean, she's been here like 5 years, right?
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would
Nah,
give
your
you a
skin got
proper
lighter.
introduction to Raktika and its people.
Maybe it's the contrast with the outfit, though. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I'll await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Jesus Christ, Y'shtola, you couldn't even recognize me. What is this? What are we doing here? There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you to the home of the Knights Blessed. Of course they live in caves.
Slitherbough is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Oh, so that's their greeting.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people.
Don't tell me you've gone all savior of the noble savages.
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
Yeah.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
We also have a gift for you, by the way.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded.
Okay.
Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire.
It's a very interesting.
Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet...
Okay, good, we told her about it.
I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
And that's why you don't trust them.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
No, I accept the role fully.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
She's had practice.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Really? Really? Gonna go after him like that?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Look, Thancred's emo and, like, not right, but, like, Y'shtola doesn't have to call him out on that.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life.
This is true.
But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Alright. Nice, quest done. I might go get a snack. I had like a bagel and tea for breakfast, which is not much, so I'm gonna go get another bagel. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. Urianger is just like, ugh, these people. I can but imagine how Alizé and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is a part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runa at the plaza. When Ristola first arrived in the First, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither seeking the wisdom of Ronka. She found little in the way of welcome from the Blessed, however. It was not until the Great Fire, where she denied the Sin Eaters a feast of ether, she gained their trust. Since then I have served as liaison twixt Slitherbow and the Crystarium, that she might be kept abreast of the other's efforts. I wish I'd never... Just let the girl be, man. And Philly's got enough on her plate. Welcome, friend, welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greetings earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? I hail from the same place as the Crystal Exarch. Oh, just... from the Crystarium! I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark. In a word, yes. But fear not, it's not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Make sure to do that, in case anything goes wrong. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they likely have returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. And simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but is one of our most important. Would you two kneel just for a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Getting baptized. Curious. As Runer lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I feel refreshed.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way?
Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation? No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before.
I wouldn't say it's an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange.
The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right! You are sin eaters! I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alun Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and the greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe.
Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone.
Oh, you need not worry. Merely speak the words Alun Tuta, and they will know you as friends of the Blessed. Seems a poor security measure, but it's what we got. I will await your return here. Now go. They are likely to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. With the chat mode in Fae, enter Alun Tuta to greet the villagers of Slitherbow. Drugs to produce yeast of all the goods we have to describe so much valuable. Oh, was it yeast I was feeling on my skin? Gonna make fungus here. Pretty sure yeast is a fungus. Alright, The elderly woman smiles warmly. One dia. Alright, no business with strangers. Oh, that newly come traveler. Alun Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea. Quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. They're kind of like a quiet, well, not like a quiet place, because in a quiet place they don't make noise so as not to attract the monsters. Bunny samurai. Asia. At least that's how I'm choosing to pronounce it. Alun Chisi. Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Sweetu bow. yeah. They ooh-fied Slitherbow can't have shit in the first.
Everyone is so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community.
I need, like, actual coffee. This green tea is not doing it for me. I had, like, 2 cups. But I'm still falling asleep. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we've had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions, or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. If you're talking about cleaning up sin eaters, that is. Oh, excuse me. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is you take a jug and water the crops in the square.
May I help too?
Of course! One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal.
Right, then. I'll fill you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack at the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out.
Oh. Artbird showing us how it's done. Transporting status effect. Be wary of attacks to sap your strength. When the effect duration expires or you change areas, in such cases you may return to the starting location and begin anew.
So heavy, so dark.
You've watered half the plot. Fetch another water jug to take care of the rest. Yay.
Was there enough water for the plot?
Only about half.
Only half. I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you.
30 seconds to complete the objective. The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered.
Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops. My apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops today was always Todia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more.
Could use a little beauty.
I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know of our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of those souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. People were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond those burning skies and the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of the heaven with our own eyes.
It's really beautiful. Shit.
We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yomor, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to the worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left for us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. Keep their legacy alive.
And she's thinking about other Minfilias again. Done tending to the crops already. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar!
In the woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch.
Where?
In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow.
Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on.
But, sir, what of Todia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service.
all the times for Sin Eaters to appear.
Are you just going to leave them alone?
Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own.
What was that you said about a stone?
A few days past, Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens, but now...
What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does the others.
Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Ugh, even so, I dare not ask you risk your life for the blessed.
I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this.
Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service.
I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do?
Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thancred doesn't need to know.
Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all.
Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Ugh. Okay, I'll be right back. I need that energy bump from a bagel. Okay, I just realized I forgot to ping the Discord about going live. So, yeah. How could you? Yeah. I mean, I did ping everyone, like, last night. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Anyway. Oh, hey, it's me. Alright, anyway, I'm back. Ugh, also, I realized part of the problem is I'm probably a bit dehydrated, so... Yeah, get hydrated, nerd. Ugh. Kind of like missed the opportunity as well to make jokes about all the heat waves. Like a monster, they haven't had water in like 36 hours. Yeah, you should hydrate. I need to be like especially mindful of it just because I've been these past few days have been very hot and I've been outside a lot. Mostly for work actually. I'm just like constantly in like 80 plus degrees, whether that's inside or outside. Like outside it's like, you know, hitting ow. I nudged one of my piercings a little awkwardly. Yeah. It's been a time. Like legit, like this is what climate change does. It makes everything go to shit. People are like, oh, it'll be so nice when it's warmer. Motherfucker, no. I enjoy the nighttime. I enjoy the cold. Foreshadowing, by the way.
There. Sin eaters.
Are they gonna have more alliterative names? Alliterated, that's the word I was looking for. Would you say you are ever cold? Yeah, me when I final my fantasy 14 times. Let's get to it then. I have purposefully avoided finding out anything about Evercold just because I feel like it's gonna have spoilers. There could be more. Draw one of them away, I'll deal with the other. Although, even like the Shadowbringers trailer didn't really spoil the post-Stormblood stuff because you didn't actually kill Xenos there. Okay, cool. Speak with Benfilia. How's she doing? She went a long way away. I'm worried about that. There isn't a lot, but it does assume you know some things from Endwalker and Doncho. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Well. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Like, Shadowbringers assumes you know stuff from... Or the trailer? Yeah, the trailer assumes you, like, know stuff from... Evan's Ward and, Oh, she's tuckered out. From Heaven's Ord and Stormblood. It's like you need to know that like your Stola is blind. Or, like not lost in the ether stream, whatever. Nothing. Anyway. Just like a story builds upon itself. That's the point.
Auden. There you are. It's done. I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time. I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush.
Search for the Jade Heartstone. Me when I play Druid. Jade Idol Hearthstone. It's Hearthstone, not Hearthstone. I'm not even gonna ask, is this anything, because I know it's not. Good, I was afraid I was gonna have to smite some beetles. Seems to be no trace of Heartstone here. In my defense, I was very in a hurry once I got home because I had to go to an allergy shot. And then, and then I came straight home and, like, I have family in town, so I, like, chatted with them for, like, 5 minutes, got my tea, got a bagel, and yeah, now we're here. So, I missed a few things, sue me. Seems to be no trace of a Heartstone here. Wait, what? Okay. Do I see any other sparkling piles of leaves? Is it going to be like right next to where Memphilia is? Probably will be. Gaunt Atrociraptor? Is that what? Really? Atrociraptor, okay. I think I just looked at that pile of leaves. Gonna build a house with these piles of leaves. Is it on the corpse of the Sin Eater? No. Like at the moment, sort of what I'm wondering about future expansions is how much more like dimension hopping there is. I know that you kind of like leave the physical planet with Dawn Trail, with Endwalker. But I don't know like to what extent that goes, you know? It's like you just go to the moon, you go farther. Remains to be seen. You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. It's always the last place you look.
Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Hank had always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'd beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slither Bow. Gunnar and the others are probably worried.
I'm still gonna go until, even though I started late, I'm gonna go until like normal 2 p.m. Just because, like, dude, I don't know. This week in particular has been rough on me. I don't know. I think honestly, probably the solution is like eat better, sleep more, work out more. But like, damn, that's difficult. You know, it's like the last thing I want to do when I'm tired and like there's heat outside is like, yeah, go run 3 miles. Well, I guess a lot of the route I run is shaded, so I might actually do that more. Although the first part isn't. I do have to do it like early in the morning is the only thing. I'm going running tomorrow though for sure. I have a run club that I go to. And interestingly, because of that run club, or at least because of a domino effect from starting to attend that run club, I got a job, but I only went to that run club because of a wildfire, or again, a domino effect from a wildfire being near my house. So, a wildfire got me a job. Food for thought. Not really, but it's funny to meme about. Oh, thank goodness you are safe. I've begun to fear the worst. Well, our efforts paid off. Well, that is dark. You found it! We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only protect us in life, but to guide our spirits onto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Oh, so they're soul gems. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Taudia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go, and inform the others that it will be held in the darker. That's just what they call it, is the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Oh, is she getting a lecture?
Arden and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. And there were these Sin Eaters and...
As long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse.
How did you...
Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Arden has business with us.
Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service.
Of course we'll go.
It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise.
Saying goodbye. Yeah, there's just a lot of that in this expansion. Honestly, I'm still a bit heartbroken over saying goodbye, even just temporarily, to Tataru. I wonder if she's still in that trench. Probably not. We spent a few good days here. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Oh. There we go. Blue flame candle. Crack a potion, spawn a candle. Ugh. When is Evercold slated to come out? Is it 2020, early 2028? They're gonna do like late 2027? Doesn't seem like it's gonna be soon.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
It's not my permission to give.
Let us begin.
I was giving him totally the wrong voice. That's my bad.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
Yeah.
We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
The water being a part of it is interesting. Was not expecting it to have actual power.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Okay. Ah, and that's what the stars are.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
Message received.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks.
Feels a bit weird coming from you, but
The
okay.
enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I wish I could have met her. I should like to have met her, yeah. Literally what I just said.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing.
I mean, that's why we're here, isn't it?
Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, you're right. Why are you booing her? She's right.
It's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Honestly, I'm more regret that I didn't start recording sooner just because I miss, like... I'm at Selk moments. This is literally what I'm here for at this point. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. We get to take out a Light Warden. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruin's protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. Good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. And to ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Alright. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright. I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. Diverges? Ugh. I still can't get over how the founder of Lululemon was essentially just making a name so that they could be racist. I realize that's a random thing to think right now, but I was looking at flush cutters for like board work on like soldering projects, and it add to my shopping list. Okay. That's enough. Anyway. And the name of the brand is Kata. So I'm like, why? Like, are they naming it because it sounds like cutter? Are they naming it because, like, I don't know. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. God has been posted at the cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has ought to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. Avoid confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I'd rather not sully my hands by defending myself against such madmen. Honestly, this soundtrack in particular, or this song, feels very at home in, like, a Shin Megami Tensei game. Maybe that's kind of what this whole thing is reminding me of, though, is like the open world in SMT3, where it's like the sun is just there and it's shining so bright all the time. I wonder if that was inspiration for this, actually. I'll have to look into that. You don't have day and night cycles in SMT3, you just have the moon cycle. Because of like this, the rapture or the judgment or whatever they call it that's happening. Again, the world is like folded in on itself. And now the sun is shining through. It shines onto everything. Oh, he's even dressed like a vampire. Okay. There's an ether current over there. I need to make sure to grab that. Oh, by the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients or poisons from flora and fauna. Then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. As if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with the spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Wait, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Oh, is it just like inside the tree? Okay. Took me a minute to process that. I was like, I'm not seeing the entrance. This is cool though. I want to build a house inside of all without a tree. Hopefully it wouldn't kill the tree though. To kind of defeat the point. Also, you'd have a ton of like bugs inside your walls. Not like the worst, but this is a bit creepy. Although I do hear rats running around in my ceiling at night. That's definitely would prefer bugs to that. Also, every time I see a spider, I'm like, hell yeah, because they're getting rid of all the like annoying stuff, all the grubs and whatnot that are sneaking in. Are there any natural predators of cockroaches? These are the real questions we must ask ourselves. Smoke bomb. Fly through a bunch of bees, kill them? Yep. Still leaving some in there, right? So that they can grow. I'm hoping so. They're gonna have a hell of a time when they wake up. Oh, it's casting something. There we go. I passed right by it. See, this is why I can't be relied upon. I'm too sleepy. Too hungry, too dehydrated. Oh, more of it. Alright. Got a bit more water. Large burlap sack. Why not? You have a problem? Throw it in a large burlap sack. Too many missed calls? Large burlap sack. Work getting on your nerves? Large burlap sack. Put the whole office. Bees? Why not? Large burlap sack. Dead bodies? Of course. Oh god, the thing is I'm like afraid of taking naps now. And I hate to admit this, but like, so the other week, I think I mentioned this. It was a couple weeks ago. I took a double shift on Wednesday, so a shift at one job, which was opening, so like 6:30 in the morning to about 3. And then a closing shift at my other job, so 5 to 10:30. So I was awake from like 5 a.m. to midnight that day. And basically working the whole time. Now granted, the pizza delivery job is not super taxing, but after already having a like full 8 hours of manual labor, it is. And so the next day, I was taking a nap, and just kind of like relaxing. Actually, it wasn't even during the nap. I don't know why I'm mentioning the nap more so than I just needed a nap. But a couple hours after my nap, I'm like getting ready for work, and then the boss calls, and I like they don't like leave a voicemail or anything. No text, no nothing, no like message through what suffices for our Slack equivalent. And just like they were calling to see if I could come in early, and it's like I'm already getting ready, so there's nothing to really be done there. But then he like starts giving me shit for it, and it's like, dude, like I was getting ready for work. I was sleeping off my double shift from the previous day. Like you didn't schedule me. Like don't get mad at me for your lack of communication.
God returned to slay the bow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I was successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare?
Oh, this is more than enough.
The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry, before the bees begin to stir.
Did already say buzzing, so.
Children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear.
How high do I have to be to do Alexander Unsynced solo? I'll have to get a partner for that. I don't need to do it, but I need to, like, farm out, like, Heavensward stuff and, Yeah? Okay, good. I've been live for 2 hours. I had to check, like, YouTube because it was saying that I, like, wasn't live. But it just, Okay, good. I was, like, panicked for a moment. Because I've had it before where it's like if I don't stay active on the YouTube tab long enough, it actually, despite hitting go live, it does not get me live. I do not go live despite hitting go live. So I was worried that happened, but no, it seems to have worked, so. Wild swine. Oh, damn. That's a big boy. Four mites. So a bunch of frost scorpions. Alright, so we're making like a circle of this region, I see.
Up there's the airway. Do you see it?
Oh.
Oh. A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders. It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all would run away from their post.
If she should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of the struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her.
Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that.
Foreshadowing is a literary device wherein... Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows?
Oh, come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready...
Seriously? Thought they were supposed to be drawn away. A beautiful plan. I don't know if I'd quite describe it as that picture. Oh, because I was supposed to go in this way? No, I have to be able to fly to do that. I almost assuredly can't fly here yet, so I have to go in the difficult way. I'm guessing I'll be covering their escape. Took me a second to process what airway meant. It's like I just immediately associated that with like a human airway, like the organs and channels that make up the what gets into your lungs. I just simply didn't process that. I'm gonna see if I can just run past as many of these as possible. Oh my god, I can run past all of them.
You'll never catch me alive, coppers!
Oh, did the woodbats not care that I'm in here? Alright. Dart of the everlasting dark. You're around the corner. The womb. Okay.
The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in.
I agree. If for no other reason than I have a map of the entire place already. Yeah, this is it. Depicting something burst in the shadow?
Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. It would behoove us to learn all that we can.
Okay, first person time. The mural appears to be ancient. The warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. So has this happened before? Like this is a cycle. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, tended by their subjects. Garlemald, an allegory for it. The mural appears to be fairly old. The knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Scratched out, even. Not just faded, but obscured.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
It's Artbert's party.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds.
And yet...
But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses.
I don't think so.
Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let
I
us
have to
quit
think
this
about
place.
that for a sec. Sorry, I'm literally falling asleep at the wheel here.
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
She doesn't even wait for an answer, she just moves on. Ow, my hair keeps getting caught in the headrest of my chair.
I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Auden, did the murals appear to be of any significance?
One of them depicted the warrior of darkness in his party.
Depictions of heroes.
The Age of the Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the flood.
Very astute observations.
Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiques.
Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Let us hurry to slither bow. The others are waiting. As we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. After we've returned, no doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know.
Am I even going the right way? Kind of. Just not paying a whole lot of attention.
Aden, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. No sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves words. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat here by the fire? The stew will soon be ready.
Yeah. The Makote sit.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Oh, they've been attacked, haven't they?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source.
Oh?
Though I have no
outside.
proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all.
I think she's
I
right,
fear
actually.
it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
And this is what Emmett Salt wanted us to know about.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already.
Oh, and so then when I return to the Source, I'm bringing a bunch of light ether with me.
Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions.
And that brings about the Umbral Calamity.
But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Oh.
Help! Someone help! The Umorans have come for us! We're under attack!
What the fuck? Now? Right in front of my salad. Alright. Let's take care of business. Oh, meanwhile in Yulemore. Okay. Never mind. I'm like, let's take care of business. Nope. Back on the farm.
Lord Vorthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say, how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling Warriors of Darkness. They have slain Sin-Eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy.
Forgot how much I hate this
now,
guy.
I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility.
So you say.
Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss.
Yeah, okay.
Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need.
Which is you.
Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them.
Yep,
that
predictable.
Is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power.
Very good
but
choice of
man
words.
is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will. Once we eliminate the Sin-Eaters.
Okay.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
Oh, they're not yours.
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have
So not
faith
crazy. The
in the
crystals are
future
like
they
peeling
will
off
build.
of him. He's just cosplaying.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense.
Yeah.
Insurrection will not be tolerated!
Don't look so pleased with yourself.
The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception!
He sent only an illusion.
What? How did he?
So predictable, eh?
Fine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
He won't stand for him. Oh, that was good. He won't stand for anything, though. Considering how heavy he is. Oh, this chuckle fuck again.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do.
I'm the
presume
Lorax,
that
I speak
is
for
your
the trees.
doing. If you've come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so?
She's not gonna give
And
in
the
to
children
that.
of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness.
Oh, yeah, actually, what the fuck?
We
I
have
didn't
reached
notice
an
that.
accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore.
Enemy of
Therefore,
my enemy,
his
huh?
lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
Colonizers, all of you.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods.
Optic nerves from how hard
A
I'm bored
foul,
in my eye.
unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
Brother, I can only be in one place at once.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
Uh-huh.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
If he's been touched, that's gonna be bad. Alright, God hath been afflicted with most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Okay. How fareth the young guard?
The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but try to ease his pain.
Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done.
Even we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference.
Children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. What of the rest of the Blessed? How have they taken the news of Yulmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay. Cannot hope to oppose them, both them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the Knights Blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We will not, cannot, abandon our faith. There's no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee? I am not wont to run from my troubles. In fact, with Auden's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. Yulmore's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done. Unless, of course, you finally deciphered that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact. With it we can prepare everything we need to enter Ixmaya. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. Well, we are villains, are we not?
Good. I leave the blessed in your capable hands, Runar. Oh, very well. I see there is no change in your mind. Oh, by all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not? Then this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tusi Mekta. While you see to that, Minfili and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbow's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. I need to do a better, like, just general Nordic accent. I think that's what they're giving all the Hrothgar. Anyway, I am pooped. I gotta go. I have work later tonight. Be seeing you later. Thank you for stopping by. If you stopped by due to the shorts, or, yeah, if you came here from the shorts, comment Lalafell? I don't know. Say, like, short shifts or something. Yeah, if you stopped by on the VOD because you pulled it from the algorithm, may the algorithm have blessings upon you. Have a good rest of your day. Get hydrated, get a snack, get food, get sleep, whatever you need. Get a stretch. Give yourself a foot massage. Put, like, a tennis ball down on the floor and, like, roll your feet over it. It feels real nice. Especially after you've been on your feet all day. Ask me how I know. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.